sweet potato fries.
Do they look good?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Hey, I'm Nora.
And I'm Lonnie.
We're here today at East High School for Chef in the Classroom.
The purpose of this program, or a big point of this program, is to kind of expose you guys to cooking for one, and also cooking with whole food, non-processed food, right? And when I say that, I mean like real tomatoes, not canned tomatoes, whole chickens, not pre-cooked or pre-packaged chickens, right? You guys know what I'm saying? Like, we're not using canned or boxed food, we're using like raw, fresh, whole onions. Everything that we do in this class, all the food, is and can be grown in Wisconsin. I go to the farmer's market every Saturday and I buy this stuff for you guys, so you guys can cook with it. We buy food from Jordan Doll Farms. They run a huge like cattle and chicken and pork and lamb operation. I buy the sweet potatoes you guys are eating. I bought from a super nice old couple, Don and Mary. They're Don's Produce. The cheeses that you guys used, right? All the stuff that you guys are using is made by people that I know that live in Wisconsin, that live in Madison, that, you know, care about the state and the environment and their impact on food culture, right? And what that means. And so this is more than just like me coming here and like having fun with you guys, right? Like, there really is a purpose. And
What is that? Is that a vegetable?
it is. It's a beauty heart radish, right? It's kind of cool, actually. So yeah, they're really nice. I encourage you guys to give them a taste. But so what's smaller? These guys, same deal. We're just gonna cut them into smaller pieces, right? Just chop them up a bit. These are called oyster mushrooms. Another awesome mushroom. And then last, the shiitake. Same thing, right? So you can take a knife and just, right? Just like that. When you have them all chopped, put a little bit of oil in a pan, get it hot, and then throw your mushrooms in there and saute them up, right? I'll come around and check. My name's David McKercher. I am a chef at the Mermaid Cafe, and I like it for a lot of reasons. At the base, I like it because it exposes people to local food, obviously, and scratch cooking, which is the two of the most important components of the Chef in the Classroom program. So I love that piece because it's a exposure that a lot of people never get.
Lonnie and I have been coming to East High School to do Chef in the Classroom for the past 2 semesters. In each semester there's usually about 70 students in 3 classes that participate, so it's fun. We get a good mix of students in basics and international cuisine classes.
One thing I really love about the Chef in the Classroom program is that it has 2 local elements to it. There's local chefs from around the community, and we also use local foods from the farmers market. And Madison is just a great spot to have both of those elements combined to give these kids a rich experience.
It's really great. We have 3 different chefs who have worked with our classes in the last couple of semesters, and 2 of them come from a cafe, the Mermaid Cafe, that is literally just around the corner, a couple of blocks from here. So it's fun that the students get to know some people in their community. They get familiar with cooking, and some of them are really inspired to work in the food industry too, so it's a neat combination.
And also, because these vegetables that we use in for the recipes are local, they're seasonal, so these kids are learning how to cook with local vegetables with the seasons. So during the winter we use totally different vegetables in the recipes than we do, say, in the fall or in the spring, and they really like that, I think, too.
Gary, I teach all the culinary arts classes at East High School. So we have culinary basics as the introduction class. We have international cuisine and gourmet chef 1 and 2. This is our probably 4th semester of doing Chef in the Classroom. We did it this year and last year. Hopefully what they would take away is the knowledge that, hey, if I can follow a recipe and use really good ingredients, I can cook good food. I mean, and I think also, you know, they do get to experience the fact that we're giving them food that's not from a package. You know, it's all fresh, it's local. And I talk to them a lot because they'll always say, Mrs. Gary, why don't we cook out of cans? I'm like, well, because in this class we learn to cook from scratch, so because it's healthier, you know. So.
All right, so I'm gonna show you guys. We got a couple of things to go over, but I'm gonna show you real quick what I want you to do. If you look on the board right there, there's kind of just like a little go-to for what needs to happen today. But I'm gonna show you how to do the dice on these vegetables, right? What you want to do then is take this off.
Do you cook a lot?
My dad is a chef in Blooming Prairie. Oh, cool. And I love cooking.
Smell good too. There's it. Did you smell it? Smell it. Oh yeah. Now smell ours.
Oh, it's so pretty.
What do you guys think of it?
So good.
I love it.
Me too. Delicious.
All thanks to the chef right here. This is the chef. Tay-Tay's not for the camera. Chef.
Nice work.
Chef, we just love so good.
Are we doing our fries? Here we go. I gotta get my fork.
How do you guys like everything?
I'm not eating some, bro.
It's good.
Right? I mean, most of the kids don't have any exposure to this kind of stuff, so for them to go from, you know, little to no exposure with scratch cooking or whole foods and then really struggle with that, you know, like it is a struggle for people to see tomatoes and carrots and never experience them and then be cooking with them and then have to eat them. And to see them go from, you know, a point of complete ignorance, I guess, when it comes to that stuff, to working through their own struggles of like whether or not they're going to like the food, or when they've never tried it, and then coming to a realization that they love it is really good for me, and I really love it.
Another thing that's so awesome about this program is just working with high school students. They're at the perfect age to be learning how to cook independently and learning about different foods that they can work with. It's just the right time to be doing this stuff.
And any new experience cooking is a great addition to any student or person's background of making food choices. They have more things that they have in their palate that they know how to make, recipes that they can use, and really students can be empowered to make healthier, better food choices.
Oh, I love Chef in the Classroom. Probably for all the same reasons. I mean, I just think it's really good to expose the kids to someone who is a chef or a cook, because they always ask me, are you a chef? Are you certified to be a chef? And I'm not. I don't have chef experience. I have cooking experience and training, but I'm not a chef per se. And also, I talk to them about using fresh food and cooking from scratch, but it's really good, I think, when they can hear it from a few different sources, because like someone from the outside, sometimes as teachers we have maybe more influence on kids than their parents, but also I think a professional has more influence on kids than a teacher.
Right, but you see, it's not.
Do you think mine's ready to put?
Let it sit for just a second.
Yeah, it's starting to sizzle. Okay, that's good.
Because your pan is ready. Right? So the reason we don't crack eggs on a corner or on a bowl is because when you crack it, you're going to take this shell and you push it into the egg, right? So any bacteria that's on an egg from a farm is going to go into your egg, right? So when you crack an egg, flat surface, right? You break it, it's not in the egg, right? And then even with one hand, right? Just like that. Real quick, you guys, just a tip. Whenever you have something that rolls, right, if you just take a little edge off of it and flatten it, then you have some stability in whatever you're cutting. Check it out. Now what you're going to do, right, is we're going to take the water that we saved, and we're going to deglaze this pan and get all that flavor out of there, right? See that? Once it's clear. Now, here we have. So make sure your pan's hot, and you check it by taking whatever you're cooking and just dropping it on there, right? Right? If it sizzles, you're good. Right? You know it's done. So, my pan's hot. Add my eggs. Right? And then what we're going to do with the back of the spatula, just go around. Push those edges down. Right, and if you guys have made omelets a different way, that's fine, but just for this class, we're going to do it like this. And you're just going to keep pushing those sides down with the back of your spatula, and then lift it up with the front, right, and let that liquid drain under. Just keep doing that. Right, and at this point, you guys, you already have your onion, your spinach, your mushroom, your cheese, all sauteed and shredded, ready to go. And once you have your omelet cooked, right, one side. Once you can't pour any more liquid off, it's time to flip it, right? So once I can do that and there's no more liquid draining, I know that my omelet is getting there. So.
Well, we're doing good. We're debating on. Yeah, we're debating on.
Check it out. No, it's fine. Let it sit. Let it sit. Let it sit. Check it out, though. Right? The edges are going to cook faster, so just go around.
Oh yeah.
Right? Push it down. Your omelet's fine, right? And then you just go like that. Alright. Keep doing that.
And then when it's
right, you see this side's even worse.
when do I start throwing the cheese and stuff in there?
When it's done, as soon as we flip it. Right? So one of the things that you want to try to develop is this thing they call the claw, right? It's basically protecting your thumb and your fingers, the tips of your fingers with your knuckle. Right? So if you hold an onion and you stick your knuckle out, right, and you come down, you're never going to hit your fingertips. Right? You'll be okay, but as soon as you start doing this, right, your fingers are gone. So, right, we're just going. It's a real eye-opener to experience something and be a part of something that, you know, you could be like the top top performing math student in the school, or you know, you could just be like the most amazing biologist or whatever, but when you come into the kitchen, you all start from the same point, and anybody can be amazing. And I think for a lot of these kids, it's like it's either the first time or a rare opportunity for them to do that, and that is probably the best thing about Chef in the Classroom.
Dirty